So since yesterday we did the WrestleMania predictions, tonight I will talk about what I ended up betting on for WrestleMania with my friends, the matches, all the good stuff that's been happening since then. I'm stuttering already. And I also found out that the best way to get a title match against him, the demon himself up there, was make him my rival. And if I make him my rival, it's easier to get a title match. So we're going to work on that mixed in with everything else. Where is he? We're gonna top of the ramp. We're gonna go. Okay. So let's get our match started here. Something bad's gonna happen. I'm not gonna have a match against Rusev. Some clowns that come out to get me. We'll start a WrestleMania conversation shortly. Don't worry. This is the last of a couple of videos that I'm not going to pre-record again like I have been. I know a lot of stuff is supposed to happen Monday night on Raw. So that would have been last night when this video comes out. So I want to talk about that just because of WrestleMania just happening and all that good stuff too. So who's going to come jump me now?
You see that? Things are about to fight is on.
God damn it!
This kind of offense he's known for.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's made a name for himself with this.
Stop a butthole in him.
Just look at this man. He's all business.
And that's
we're gonna kill him.
Has to be if he wants to win here tonight. Ow! Well, we're on the move here.
Ha!
Oh my gosh! They can't breathe. Oh man, this has got to hurt.
Come on, just end this.
This is wonderful. Sometimes you have to take what's yours. He's doing that.
I'm not going to fight him. I make my matches. And I'm going to help you later too, you son of a bitch.
This is wonderful.
That's the worst part.
You have to take what's yours.
I was going to help him to get Finn to be mad at me. This is what I have to put up with. Oh, forgot how to do that.
And he's turned his attention. Will this distraction come back to haunt him?
I don't believe the destruction we're seeing.
This guy's just going from one pain.
Holy shit, knocked me out.
This is wonderful. Sometimes you have to.
We're not fighting. I'm not fighting you.
He's doing that right now.
After all these, I can make all these people's asses. I don't need to feud with them. I need to feud with the champ.
Please welcome my guest tonight.
Oh, come on. I want to talk about
Let's talk about Hideo Itami.
Let's.
How do you feel about him ambushing you tonight during your own match?
Whoever gets me not feuding with him is how I feel. We're doing the same thing we did last time.
I got ambushed? I felt a gnat on my back.
Okay, so let's do the same thing. I'm just going to try to skip this.
There's a lot of tension brewing between you.
I'm not focused on.
I don't think there's tension at all. Sure, we've crossed paths.
So if they're going to give me the same options, we're going to pick the same things. I don't want to fight him. We want to fight Finn. So, here we go. WrestleMania was like 27 hours yesterday between the pre-show and the real show. I didn't watch the pre-show. Maybe I probably saw like the last 20 minutes of it before we actually started watching the real thing. But so we're just going to talk about those matches. Also, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning on WrestleMania Sunday to do work, and that falls into the WrestleMania story. So, as we go through the matches, my friends and I always bet on things and do like pick sheets and gambling and any nonsense we can really do. So as part of that, I'm going to give who my picks were officially on that sheet and my opinion on it. Oh, Fisher right away. Oh, he's going to get knocked right out. This is how you really do it.
Look at this.
Oh my god, I killed him. So I think I'm going to do the matches in order for them the best I remember. If I screw up, I apologize. So the first match was the 7-way ladder match. Everyone else picked like Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn or people like that. I picked Zack Ryder. You know, I picked Zack Ryder because to me, there's a reason. I just thought there was a reason that he's been back recently. The past couple weeks in wrestling, He's been around and popular, and I figured there was a reason he was there. So I picked Zack Ryder. Got the first easy point in our contest, and everyone called me a goddamn cheater. I didn't cheat. I don't think anything online talked about Zack Ryder winning, so I got away. You know, that was a big win right there. The match itself was okay. The ladder matches are always spot fests. It's just people doing crazy stuff. That's the whole point of them. Kind of goofy.
Join me in welcoming my guest tonight.
As a whole, it was a decent way to start off the pay-per-view.
Let's talk about Finn
Nothing
Balor.
horrible. The next match after that was the AJ Chris Jericho match.
What was the reason for this?
And while the match itself was good, the Oh, I want that match for sure.
You know, sometimes you have to go out there and take what you want. I've won
So
a match with him
the AJ and Jericho match was pretty good. It seemed like there was a couple botches where they started messing up towards the end. And it was the first match of many last night where I picked a loser, AJ, unfortunately. And where the match had nothing to do with the story the past couple months whatsoever.
You two have been
if AJ's been brand new to the WWE,
is this turning into a rivalry for you?
To me, he should have went over. That should have been his time to win. You end the program.
If you really look at it, this is a rivalry.
You end the program with him beating Jericho. That's been the whole point of Jericho fucking with him. He should have beat Jericho. I don't know why he didn't. It seems kind of stupid. Whatever. So I was pissed. I had my freaking Bullet Club hoodie on and my AJ Styles t-shirt on. And he fucking lost and embarrassed me in front of all my friends. But as a whole, it wasn't that, decent match. Nothing major there. Next one up was New Day versus the League of Nations. Their entrance was awesome. They came out as fucking Dragon Ball Z Ginsu Force, right? And they had a giant box of Bootios. They came out in a box of their fake cereal as their entrance. They, of course, lost because for some dumb reason, for whatever reason, they decided that the most popular team, trio, whatever you want to call it out there, should lose their match. They thought that was the best thing to do. I don't agree with it. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. So to go along with that, they got their asses beat. And then here come the old guys, Shawn Michaels, Mankind, or, Mick Foley, whatever the fuck you want to call him, and Stone Cold. The only redeeming part of that whole thing was, me and one of my best friends love Stone Cold. Whenever you hear that glass hit, it's hard not to get all pumped up and jacked up and get psyched. So, unfortunately, I couldn't watch it with my friend Todd. We were at different houses watching it. He's, he wouldn't spend time with his family instead of watching wrestling, and watch it with his kids who love it. Which makes sense instead of going out with other people. But Stone Cold comes out, the glass hits, the glass breaks, music hits. I'm texting Todd like fucking crazy. Todd, are you fucking watching? Todd, please tell me you're watching. If you're asleep, wake up. So him and I are having a good time with that. It was kind of cool that the old generation came out and danced with the New Day. I was hoping Stone Cold would dance the whole time. I didn't want to do that. I'm glad he danced a little bit before he gave Xavier Woods a stunner. That's a pretty good way to do that segment and still make it good. But of course, it's weird that the New Day had to get jumped and beat up by people again, let alone by last generation's wrestlers. It seems odd to me that they would. It seems odd to me that they would lose their match, because again, the faces are usually supposed to win, and B, it seems weird that the way that they used the Legends this year for that was just to beat up the New Day. Let's see. I'm trying to read my little paper next to me while I'm watching the match so I don't get my ass beat. I probably don't feel good, but I'm sorry. It's up on his face. Let's see, what was next? Match after that was the Ladies Championship match. The Women's Championship match, not the Divas anymore. As of this morning, so that's Monday morning, the website for WWE has been changed from saying Divas to saying Women's... Oh, everyone's Superstars now, that's what it was. So the women are, equals now in the eyes of the WWE. They've been equals for a long time with the new generation of women. Probably even the older generations before now. But they're on the same page now, which is cool. Before the match started, they got rid of the Divas belt and busted out the new Women's Championship belt. which looks okay, but I think looks kind of ugly. Something with the way the red looks on that belt. It's a white belt with a big red WWE logo in the middle, basically. Or a red background on the WWE logo. I don't... God damn it, stop countering me. Thank you. So, the new belt, I didn't really like it, but I'm glad they have a reputable belt now. It doesn't have fucking hearts and butterflies and other dumb shit on it. The match itself, I am shocked that Charlotte won again. It's kind of shitty that Charlotte won, in my opinion. Especially because Ric Flair helped her again. A lot of people today have been arguing about the fact that Ric Flair helping her invalidated the championship, and if they want to make her look like a strong woman, that she should have done it by herself and didn't need her dad to cheat. But think about all the women valets that have been around the past 2-3 decades of wrestling and helped their man win, and it was okay. Like, it doesn't invalidate anything. It's just part of the story. Not that big of a deal. So, unfortunately, all my predictions lost. I kind of wanted Becky to win. I figured she wouldn't. My actual pick was... I picked Sasha Banks, thinking that she'd be the first champion with the new title. That didn't happen either, so I got fucked on that one. But the women's match was awesome. There was a lot of cool moves. Charlotte did a moonsault off the top rope onto the outside. That was pretty sick. Apparently a lot of nipples popped out during the match. So that's a thing. I didn't see any of them, but Facebook and the internet ablaze with stories of nipples. There's no nipples anywhere else. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah. In a match where the Divas became superstars, everyone focused on boobs and nipples, which is really, really fucking weird in the grand scheme of things. After that match, I believe, was the Chicago Street Fight, or maybe just Street Fight between Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose. The match was short. For as hardcore as they pumped it up to try to say they were going to make it, it wasn't any of those things at all. I guess we're going to keep fighting him now for a while until I just completely murder him. The match kind of sucked. Other than a couple kendo stick shots to Brock Lesnar, it was just a stupid, not really hardcore match. And then Dean Ambrose threw like 20 chairs in the ring, got German suplex on top of it, got F5 on top of it, and then lost the match. So for all the hype for Dean Ambrose the past couple months, almost beat Triple H, you know, always looks like a fucking crazy badass dude, he just loses. Just, yeah, you know, it's over now. Game over. So that was disappointing. I, of course, picked Dean Ambrose, thinking that'd be awesome if Ambrose won. I didn't think they would just completely fucking shred him the way they did and make him look horrible. But that was the thing last night, and it was the trend of the night, as every match, like I said, seemed to end oddly with no closure to the matches. Ambrose has been begging people to beat the fuck out of him for the past month, and then he takes an F5 and just loses. So I did not like that at all. There's not much to say about that match because there wasn't that much to the match. After that was Hell in the Cell, where Shane McMahon did the crazy fucking dive off the top of the cell. For those that don't know, when Mick Foley did it, the Hell in the Cell was 16 feet from the top to the floor. The new cell is 20 feet. So Shane jumped 20 feet, higher than Mick Foley, Mankind, whatever. Jumped higher than him, hit the table all by himself when he quote-unquote tried to give the Undertaker a huge elbow drop off the top. You could actually see the crash pads inflate and then deflate from under the table as he landed on it. So obviously he did not die. Undertaker won that match. I did not call that. I thought Undertaker was going to lose because it would have set up the awesome story that I was talking about the day before last. With that, the match itself was pretty good. They both tried. You could tell Shane kept taunting the whole time, which was cool. I guess the one way you're supposed to beat the Undertaker, just make him look like an asshole. But with Shane losing, again, it kills any semblance of a story they might have had going there. I don't know what the point of bringing him back was and teaching him all these things just to make him lose right away. It seems like a horrible thing to do to somebody. And after that happened, the rest of the night, I kept saying, well, now that Shane lost, Roman Reigns is going to win. As soon as the first part got fucked up, I knew it was going to happen. But before we had a chance for that to happen, we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which we didn't bet on. But Baron Corbin won, which is really cool. He is a NXT wrestler who's coming up now, and I think with him winning there and everyone getting pumped for him, that's probably real good for them to actually try to give him a push, probably. There's a couple... One of the best parts of the Battle Royal was Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player, was one of the 20 men in the Battle Royal. DDP came out, hawking his yoga as always, and Tatanka was out there for some reason. Depending on how old you are, you probably have no fucking clue who Tatanka is. He was a Native American wrestler, quote unquote, from when I was a kid. I am almost 33. I remember liking Tatanka when I was like 10. Just for a scope of the timeline that we're talking about here. So the Battle Royal is kind of cool. Baron Corbin won, like I said. Hopefully he starts getting a chance to do something good now. And that led us to everyone's favorite time of WrestleMania, aka when The Rock comes out and talks. So The Rock came out, had a flamethrower, lit a Rock sign on fire, rambled about how WrestleMania babies were going to happen again. WWE lied about how many people were watching it in the stadium. I immediately heard lower numbers from the internet immediately after The Rock was like, 100,000 people are here, best WrestleMania ever. Blah, 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 blah. So the Rock thing was dumb. The Wyatt family came out to fuck with The Rock. The Rock, of course, squashed the Wyatt family, once again ruining any chance the Wyatts had at popularity in WWE. And what happened next? Oh, so Rock comes out. He pins Eric Rowan in 6 seconds, setting the new record for WrestleMania, I believe. Fuck you. Then the Wyatt family surrounds the ring with The Rock in the middle. He looks scared, but lo and behold, your friend and mine, John motherfucking Cena, comes back and helps The Rock. They do AAs and rock bottoms and 5-knuckle shuffles and all that good stuff. I was fucking pumped. I was stoked that John Cena came back. He's gonna counter me. And around, so, you know, they have the little moment. They say, I'm happy to see you. You're my friend. Blah, 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 blah. They walk off. That takes us to the point that it was about a little after 11 o'clock at night at that point. Hold on. Ha! Asshole.
One more time, just in case you missed it.
I'm glad that I actually let me still do that move, too.
We're seeing a vicious attack to the back.
So,
Is he still conscious?
it's about 11 o'clock, a little bit after when the match starts.
They can't breathe.
I am so exhausted from being up so early and from, you know, it being so late at night that I fell asleep for half of the Roman Reigns match. I thought Triple H was going to win because of my storyline earlier in the day. So, of course, Roman Reigns wins the match. Everyone boos like fucking crazy when he wins. Like, everyone hates this dude, and the WWE just does not care. And the worst part about all of WrestleMania was that the entire night was pretty much like, we're going to ruin every storyline that we have. Any way that most people would have wanted to see the storylines go for all of WrestleMania pretty much got fucked up last night. So the internet was pissed, and I mean pissed. Everyone's bitching today, everyone's freaking out. And the last thing that they usually have for redemption for these sorts of things is the Raw the night after. So I've heard stories about, oh, 2 surprises are coming out. Raw is going to redeem everything or try to redeem stuff. And I really hope it does, because the more wrestling goes on, why do we get This is too much. The more wrestling goes on, and the more they don't seem to care about the fact that no one likes Roman Reigns, and they ruin people like Becky Lynch or Sasha or shit like that, I lose interest in it more and more. Like, if this Raw sucks, I'm probably not going to watch wrestling for a couple weeks again. I only say a couple weeks because I always watch the pay-per-views with one of my other best friends, so I'm never going to just completely cut it out, and I'll still watch NXT and Ring of Honor and Chikara and all that good shit. But no WWE. Fuck WWE at that point. So, for the sake of the world, and any chance WWE has of staying popular... How did I do this? Oh, that's fine. Okay. I hope they redeem it. So that's why... I wanted to do one video at a time for the last couple days, because I want to talk about Raw on tomorrow's video, and then to go back to my couple videos lead time thing. But this is I'm going to call this a huge time in the WWE right now, because so many things have gone wrong in the past couple weeks and months that at some point I don't know how well they're going to be able to come back from their own nonsense. Like, it really seems like every once in a while, it seems like their head is so far up their own ass that they don't know what to do with it. They're just breathing in dirt. But yeah, so hopefully Raw can save the day and redeem a little bit before the next pay-per-view. Maybe Roman Reigns will lose tonight and then everyone will be happy. I don't know.
Oh, out of nowhere.
Something has to happen, though.
Oh, that's one way to make your lunch come back up.
And on that note, we've had a lot of matches with our dear friend Finn over here. Probably too many. I don't like wrestling the same person over and over and over. But if this is finally progressing the story like we need to have done, I will accept this. And at least I told entertaining stories the whole time. So like, just pretend like the wrestling in the background is just a backdrop. Pretend it's WrestleMania and it fucking sucks and you're ignoring it while you listen to your favorite podcast or something. I'm trying to drink water right now. That's where I'm running away from.
Dishing out some serious punishment here.
I'm not sure I can watch this.
Out.
He's in big trouble.
Oh, yeah. That was before the prompt even came up. That was good.
He'd be taking enough shots to the back of the head sooner or later. You're going to be seeing.
I'm going to try to knock him out. I'm trying to get this match out of the way.
Balor's arsenal of kicks. He learned a lot of that coming up through the rugged dojo system in Japan. Back into the ring now.
Yeah,
get back out here.
This is where the action needs to be.
One. I don't think the count should start over like that. I don't think that's how it really works.
Than anyone could have anticipated.
Yeah, Cole, this is when you have to settle things down. Get the blood flowing back in your body and strategize what your next move or your next form of attack will be.
We're trying to take him out. Do this. We'll hit him with this jobby right here. Oh, no stamina. Got stamina.
The crowd on hand tonight clearly fired up for this match here.
End of story. This one's over.
Oh, double count out. No.
Having a seriously hard time getting back to his feet after that.
Are you fucking kidding me? 9. Double count out? No.
Through the dojos in Japan, Finn Balor.
Oh, come on.
This one is being waved off. Guess the match didn't even matter.
I almost got back in the ring. Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, it's like WrestleMania, a shitty ending that I didn't want to happen, but it happened anyway. I really didn't try for that to happen, but tomorrow we'll talk about Raw, and hopefully all this bad stuff is behind us, and wrestling is happy again, because if not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be really upset. I'm going to be a sad panda. But we have... normal match. Probably not for the title yet. Son of a bitch! Fucking video game bullshit. Asshole. Something.